You ever wake up with that feeling like something is off? It's like there's a dark cloud sitting over you, and you don't even know why. Nothing bad happened, nothing changed, but you still feel heavy. And then it hits you. It's not your life you hate, it's your job. Hey there, I'm Dee, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome to It's Just Monday. On this channel, we talk about surviving jobs we hate, coping until we can quit, building real exit plans, and sharing stories of people who made it out and found success. So if that sounds like you, hit subscribe. Today I want to talk about 10 signs you might not be meant for a 9 to 5, and why that's not just okay. It might actually be a good thing. So why do so many of us hate our jobs? I mean, I can list all the reasons here, but at the end of the day, it's all about fit. Just like the clothes and shoes we wear, they have to fit. For example, if you had a pair of shoes that were too small and you stuffed your feet into those shoes every single day, it wouldn't just be uncomfortable, it would be painful. And a job that's not the right fit is no different. We force ourselves into jobs and environments that we were never meant to be in. So of course, there's going to be discomfort that ultimately leads to pain. And I'm not being unrealistic here. I know we need to do what we have to do to pay the bills. And that's the exact reason why so many of us are stuck in jobs we hate. Because when we're looking for work, we're looking for what can pay the bills, not what we'll love. At the end of the day, it's all about survival. And that's why I ended up in so many jobs I hated. But I think it's important that we know that there is a world where people actually love what they do. And many even get paid extremely well for doing what they love. So if they can have that, why can't we? We all have to do what we have to do. And working a job we hate is okay for a season. And maybe in some cases, several seasons. But it shouldn't be for a lifetime. You shouldn't have to spend all of your working years in a job that makes you miserable. So the goal of this video is simple. If you can recognize what is not a good fit, then maybe you can start moving toward what is. So let's get into the 10 signs. Sign 1. You feel like you're wasting your life. Monday through Friday feels like you're just going through the motions. You go to work, you do what you have to do, and then you go home. But there's this sadness that lingers. You often catch yourself thinking, this can't be it. Because deep down, you know you're capable of so much more. Sign 2. You struggle with authority, especially when it's misused. You respect leadership, but not when it's rooted in ego. When it's about control instead of guidance, that's when you shut down. You don't want to be demeaned, belittled, or micromanaged. You crave respect that goes both ways, and leadership that inspires, not suffocates. Sign 3. Your job feels like a prison sentence. When you go to work, you're on someone else's clock. You're told what to do, when to do it. And sometimes, even when you can eat or use the bathroom. You spend the whole day watching the clock, like you're counting down to freedom. Sign 4. You've always had big ideas. You've always been a bit of a dreamer. Your brain, it doesn't just work, it creates. You're constantly imagining something better. A business, a brand, a creative project, a different life. And you don't want to spend your whole life building someone else's vision when you have so many of your own. Sign 5. You're drained in ways you can't explain. You're always exhausted, and not physically, emotionally, mentally. Sometimes it's customers yelling at you all day. And sometimes it's just from pretending, smiling when you want to scream. Sign 6. You can't play the game. You can't do the fake smiling, fake networking, or fake enthusiasm. You don't know how to kiss up. And honestly, you don't want to. You just want to do good work and be respected, not perform for approval. Sign 7. You work best alone or in your own rhythm. Quiet isn't awkward for you. It's power. You think sharper without all the noise. You get in the zone when no one's breathing down your neck. You do your best work when you're trusted to just do it. Sign 8. You daydream about a different life. You catch yourself fantasizing about freedom during your shift. You see mornings without alarms, work that actually matters, people who actually value you. You dream because the life you have doesn't match the one you know you're meant for. Sign 9. You've never fully fit in. You've always felt a little out of place, not just at work, but everywhere. Like you were dropped into a system that was never built for you. And the older you get, the harder it is to ignore. Sign 10. You want meaning, not just a paycheck. You want to make enough money to live financially free. But money alone just won't cut it. You crave meaning, purpose, impact. You want your work to matter, your life to matter. You want to feel like you're answering a calling, not clocking into a cage. You want to wake up excited, not because it's Friday, but because what you're doing actually lights you up. You want work to feel like something you choose, not something you're chained to. Because real freedom isn't just having money. It's making a living in a way that gives you peace, passion, and purpose. And deep down, you know, the day you find that is the day you'll stop working for anyone ever again. Not everyone is meant to follow the same path, and not being able to thrive in a 9-to-5 doesn't mean you're a failure. It might mean you're a creator, a builder, a freedom seeker, someone with a message, a vision, or a mission the world actually needs. What looks like laziness or entitlement on the surface could actually be your body and mind rejecting a life that doesn't fit. So if any of these signs resonated with you, you're not alone. Let's make the comments section a place where we can all see we're not alone in this. Drop the sign that hit you hardest, and you might help someone else realize they're not broken either. You may not be built for a 9 to 5, but you're built for something, and it's time to figure out what that is.